Alrighty YouTube, what's going on? It's Mesa back at it with some Destiny 2. In this video, we're going to cover a number of things, a lot of things at the farm. We're going to talk about Eververse and Bright Engrams. We're going to talk about modifications for your weapons and also for your armor. Fun factoid, you could put modifications on your armor that actually affect certain weapon types. We're going to cover flashpoints. We're going to cover the rewards from them. We're going to cover exotic engrams, how to preview them. We're going to see some exotics. We're going to cover your inventory. We're going to cover weapon and armor shaders. And I think I got a clue in here that will tell you what the max light level or power level is. I don't think the strategy guide has it right when it leaked out onto Reddit. So without further ado, let's get into this. Big thank you to Parris from GamerTag Radio. Links to his channels and everything will be in the description. This is his footage and it was embargoed until this time that I'm uploading it right now. And also another disclaimer, okay? This footage was when the press went to go play Destiny 2. I'm almost positive this is the final build. However, if it's not, if there's any changes or things since the game has launched, I will put it in the description. So let's kick it off with talking about the Postmaster. Now, not much new about the Postmaster, but we're going to lead into some exotic engram talk here. So you can see here, he's got a number of blues that dropped in his Postmaster. He's got an exotic engram that will drop some sort of item at 222 power. Now, when you get an exotic engram, or legendary engram for that matter, it will drop at a certain power level. Now, that is dictated by your highest level that you could be at on your character. It's going to scan you automatically. You no longer have to equip your highest power level gear when decrypting things. And now you can go in and preview and see what you might get from that exotic engram. So here he's on a Titan and we see a number of exotics. Now we know there's more Titan exotics than this, okay? So for this particular exotic engram, there's 3 different weapons and there's a couple of gauntlets, chest piece, and also some boots. There's the Fighting Lion, that's an exotic grenade launcher we saw in a lot of trailers. Voidburn, there's the Sunshot, we're quite familiar with that. And then of course we got Sweet Business over there. But for this particular character at this time when he was playing, 228 is going to be the highest any of those items will drop. So let's take a look at the Lion Rampant. So Jump Jets provides additional aerial maneuverability. Then if you look at the bottom, you see a mod right there. That's a legendary mod. I'm going to get into that in a second. Increase this armor's recovery, allowing you to recover health faster. You're going to see in a little bit, you can actually change that, slap on a different mod. Next up, let's look at the Hollow Fire Heart. So the main perk is Sunfire Furnace. It greatly improves the recharge rate of your solar abilities while the Hammer of Soul is charged. That's obviously for your Funbreaker. And we can see the mod here is solar melee abilities recharge faster. Next up for the Titan, we have Doomfang Pauldron. These are exotic gauntlets. And we have Horns of Doom. This is for your Sentinel Titan. Shield Bash melee kills recharge the shield throw. Thank God, we want to throw more shields. And melee ability kills recharge the Sentinel Shield Super. Also, it's got a mod where void melee abilities are going to recharge faster. Next up, the feedback fences are back. So these are gloves, obviously. Fury Conductors. Melee kills build up explosive energy within the ACD0 feedback fence. Being struck by a melee attack unleashes this energy in a devastating explosion, and the mod on here is increases the armor's mobility, allowing you to move faster. Now let's look at that exotic grenade launcher, the Fighting Lion. So holds 1 in the magazine, but fires 72 rounds per minute. Delayed gratification, that's the main perk. Grenades bounce and you have delayed detonation. Now this is Void Burn, and the other last perk is direct hits with this weapon will do more damage to shielded enemy combatants, and then rapid kills against grenade damaged enemies will refill your magazine. And I think that's going to come in handy considering it only has 1 in the magazine. So now he's going to go decrypt this thing with Tyra Karn. Now here's where it gets a little weird. So it's saying it could drop something up to 222. He gets himself the Lion Rampant exotic boots. However, when he goes to inspect them, you're going to see that those are actually 227 power. So not 100% sure why it dropped at a higher power level, but he's going to put them on and go from 216 power to 218. Here we go, we got a bunch of stuff. We see a legendary modification. You can infuse things. We see a whole bunch of shaders here. He's going to throw one on. To put shaders on, you just need some glimmer, and if you look at his glimmer, it says over 60,000 glimmer. At the time of recording this, I don't know what the glimmer cap is. Let's talk about mods. So he's got a legendary one here, self-repairing mod, and then a bunch of blues in his inventory that he can tack on. Now, through the beauty of never scripting videos, I just realized this exotic is 222 defense. That legendary modification right there is giving a +5 defense. Hence, that's why these exotics are 227. Now let's go check out Tess Everest at Eververse. She decrypted decrypts bright engrams. How do you get bright engrams? You can buy them from her, or every time you level up, you get a bright engram. Even when you hit level 20, you're still going to be getting bright engrams every time you level up or fill up the level bar. Now, for this particular bright engram, he got himself a sparrow, and I inspected some of his sparrows, and yes, some of them have perks in them. The two I saw was that when you get in your sparrow, it automatically reloads your weapon. He got himself some shaders, and he got 2 blue leg armor mods, which we're going to go in depth in a little bit and look at the mods. So, you're saying to yourself right now, wait, I gotta buy these bright engrams from Eververse? Well, wait, cool your cucumbers, okay? There's a number of ways to get mods, which I'm gonna show you from the other NPCs. But every time you level up, you're gonna get a bright engram anyway. So, you could choose to level up, get a bright engram, or you could choose to use silver and buy these from her. So he's going to decrypt another one here. He gets himself a ghost shell, he gets some shader materials, he gets a weapon mod that's void, and also a helmet armor mod. So let's spend some time on this freeze frame right here. So, with the in-game currency, silver, that you use real money for, you could buy 1 bright engram, you could buy snack packs of 3, and also 5. Not 100% sure what that is on the side of the snack pack of 5. We'll find out soon enough. Now, at the bottom, we see a bunch of things. Emotes, sparrows, shaders, some sort of token at the bottom. And also, it looks like 2 exotics, but I don't think those are exotic weapons. I get a feeling those might be some sort of blueprints or some sort of shader or something. Actually, guys, I'm at a complete loss. But you do see what's called bright dust purchases. Bright dust, apparently, when you get things from bright engrams and you break them down, you get bright dust, and then from there, you could buy these things that you see at the bottom. Some sparrows, looks like some gloves right there, emotes. But as for the 2 little exotic icons down there, I'm at a loss right now, guys. We'll find out soon enough, but I don't think, all right, I highly doubt that you could buy exotics through Eververse. So, now we're going to talk about gunsmith materials, okay? When you break down weapons, or if you break down armor, it's all going to be one material called gunsmith materials. But those things are not going to be used to upgrade things. Those are going to be used to cash in to get some reputation and get drops. Now let's look at some ghost shells. Here's one that's called the Titan Shell, and it says gain 10% more XP from the Crucible, and also a chance to obtain additional faction consumables in the Crucible. Then we have a Hunter Shell here, but it looks like he could equip it. I don't think it's just for hunters. Same exact perks as the Titan Shell. Then we have a Starfire Shell. So this one has detect caches within a 30-meter range when you're on Titan. Also, this one's going to generate gunsmith telemetry data when you're using solar weapons. But from previewing all the ghosts I've seen in this footage, I don't think they're putting a power number on them, which is a good thing, because think about it. You can mix and match. You know, if you're in the Crucible and you want to get some benefits to the Crucible, like either XP or some faction consumables, or if you want to go out on patrol and you want to see more treasure chests when you're on Titan, you could put a ghost shell on and not have to worry about your power number going up or down. Now it also looks like sparrows have some perks in them, right? So here we go, the fast track and the chronoglass. This vehicle reloads weapons while you ride, so hopefully we'll see some other sparrows with some other perks. So let's get into your inventory page. So on the first page we got consumables, then we have modifications, and then we have shaders. And also that little circle icon below the shaders, that's going to let you sort by the newest. So let's spend some time on modifications. So you have weapon mods, and then you also have armor mods. Now they're going to give you a number of things, right? So first off, let's say you get a drop, you get 3 drops of the same energy weapon, right? You can actually make one solar, make one void, and make one arc, depending on if you have the right modifications. But modifications is going to be really where you tweak how your guns work. Not only do weapon mods actually help the weapon itself, but also some armor mods that you put on affect the weapon. I saw some armor mods that you put it on your armor and it may increase the reload with energy weapons, let's say. Or there's one that might help with recoil with kinetic weapons, but they are armor mods. So this is where we're going to be customizing stuff, guys. Static rolls, are dropping for weapons, but you're really going to customize how those weapons work by throwing weapon mods on and also armor mods that benefit that type of weapon. So let's look at some examples. Right here, we have a leg armor mod. Grenades recharge faster if you're using a solar subclass. Here's another leg armor mod. This one's a self-repairing mod. Increases the armor's recovery, allowing you to recover health faster. Next up, we have one for an entire class. So this one's for your solar subclass. So solar paragon mod. So this is for your legs also. Class ability is going to recharge faster when you're using a solar subclass. Now this mod here is what I was referring to before. It's an energy counterbalance mod. It's for your arms, put it on your gloves, but it's going to reduce the recoil of your energy weapons. So you could tweak the way your weapons perform, not only with weapon mods, but also mods that you put on your your armor. Now here's another really interesting one. This one's for your class item, and it's the same thing, energy counterbalance mod. You can reduce the recoil of your equipped energy weapon, but you throw this on your class item. Now here's a solar mod, right? So this is a weapon mod right here where you could change the actual damage of that particular energy weapon to solar. Here we see another class item mod. This one's a power bracket mod, so it's going to improve the weapon handling for your equipped power weapon. Now here's another power bracket mod, but this one's for energy weapons, and this one goes on your helmet. This is a helmet mod. So here's how I understand this whole thing, and hopefully I get this right. So you have a weapon or you have a piece of armor, you throw a mod on it, okay? It's going to change either your armor, it's going to change weapons, it's going to do something. If you remove it and replace it with something else, the original mod you had is gone. You lost it. So the game is going to be all about customization through modifications. That's the gist I'm getting here. At the same time though, not only are we going to be farming for weapons, we're going to be farming a ton for mods. That's where the builds are going to come in. That's where the real customization on how your character is going to perform in PvE or PvP. It's going to be collecting weapons, obviously, but then collecting a boatload of mods. And now on this page, we could see that's where you're going to keep all your shaders, and you can see there's plenty. You could stack them. You have greens, you have legendaries. Then up top, you could store up to 10 Engrams up there. That's where your exotic Engrams are going to be stored. Now, remember before I said you're going to break down weapons and armor, and you're going to get gunsmith materials, all right? You're going to go see this guy here. You're going to cash them in for reputation, and this gunsmith is going to give you an Engram here. Here you can actually preview it, but he ends up just grabbing it. This one is going to drop up to 221 power. So he gets himself an arc energy weapon, and he gets himself 2 weapon mods there. So you can either get weapon mods from Bright Engrams, but guys, just dismantle anything you don't want. Take those gunsmith materials, trade it into the gunsmith, and you're going to get weapon mods. So in this particular area of the farm, we saw the Crucible gunsmith downstairs. Shax was right next to him. Upstairs, you got Cade 6, Ikora, and Zavala. He's going to go check out Zavala, and we can see what you get for doing Vanguard things. Now here we have a new currency, right? We have Vanguard Tactician tokens, and you're going to put those in to get Vanguard Tactician rewards. Now to get those tokens, you got to complete strikes and also challenges, and then from there, you're going to get Vanguard drops that are going to be level 20 rewards. So now he's going to go see Cade 6. Cade 6 is in charge of flashpoints. What are flashpoints? Every week, Cade 6 is going to designate an area or destination. You're going to do a bunch of public events, complete them, and there's like a percentage value to them. Once you reach 100%, come see Cade 6, and then he's going to give you some powerful rewards. This is him right now adding that milestone to his challenges, right? So he grabs this Engram from him, and then you're going to see it's going to update where it says, new milestone, go complete flashpoints. Cade 6 is also going to sell these scout reports. These are going to come in handy, guys. You're going to want to buy these every week from him. For 4 hours, it's going to highlight treasure chests. And remember, those chests, they give you the destination tokens. Like for the EDZ, you get those EDZ tokens. Then you cash them into Devram K, who has a reputation bar. You increase it. He's got his own loot pool. He's got armor. He's got weapons, all sorts of stuff. Each destination will have an NPC that you could trade in at that particular planetary token and get reputation and get loot. So this is what happens when you complete one of the flashpoints. You can see here, he gets an Engram, but he gets himself an exotic and also a kinetic weapon. And they're powerful. So flashpoints is going to be, I guess it's considered one of the end game activities in terms of like Nightfall. You're going to want to do your flashpoints every single week. Now here's another fun factoid. Blue Engrams still need to be decrypted. Most of the time when you're out and about, from the footage I've seen, blues drop, you pick it up, you see an Engram, it's just already decrypted. It's a weapon, it's a piece of armor. But some of the factions, I think early on, they're going to give you these blue Engrams, and then you have to go decrypt them from Tyra Karn. So here's where I think the power cap, or power number cap, is going to be 350 power. Look at the bottom right there. It says the maximum power this item can be infused to is 350. Now the strategy guide says 300. I get a feeling it's going to be 300, but then with the raid, that's going to bump it up to 350. This is all speculation right here. Also, it's a little weird. It says this action cannot be done, although he has a blue, that's 211. This is where I think legendary shards are also going to come into play. He doesn't have any legendary shards on his character. That's why I think it's saying this action cannot be done. Otherwise, he'd be able to infuse this Nightshade from 196 up to 211. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope I didn't leave anything out, but this is all I could deduce from all this footage from Parris. And big shout out to him from GamerTag Radio. That's it, guys. You know the usual. Do me a favor. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on the Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. Usually, you know, he's on YouTube, and that is it. I am out of here like Vladimir.
Go on.
Given time, darkness will encroach again. We have
Tell
to
me
be
what
ready.
knowledge to share.
Have something for me? Have something for me?
Nothing then? Are you sure?
We're all the same deep down.
I
We
think
all
I'm
want the same
right.
things. Guardian, ghost, humans, broken, frame, burn.
You still with me? If you get a chance, tell Hawthorne she owes me a read.